Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity, The White March. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as I backtrack a little bit, because we kind of got ahead of ourselves last episode. We went into, where was it? Trigil's Curry over here, and found like a cult or something. Yeah, that's what happened. So where I'm gonna go is to Drakagen Inn right now, because we want to know exactly what we are doing there, because we were just killing guys, that's all we were doing, and I was feeling, what the hell am I doing right now? So I sought help.
Leave it to me.
And I sought help. It sounds like I sought help, and apparently we should have come here to the, what's it called? This thing here? Tell me what it's called. This thing. There's something over there. The Drakagen Inn. That's right. We need to go there. Let's see what this is. See if I can steal that. We're also going to take the opportunity to take a nap. And that's some food. I will take that. Not really interested in that, but whatever. We can make some actual food with that. But first, let's go here. If I come here before, I think I have, what is this? The Deerford Mill. No, let's go in there. We haven't gone in there. So I want to go in there. I think we haven't been here. So I want to go in there before I go to the Drakagen. In the Drakagen, we're going to find a bunch of people. We're going to be able to understand exactly what's going on. And we're going to talk with the Hunson dude that is looking for whatever. So we got villagers in here. Heron. Yeah, no, Hunson. Heron. Oh, secret over there. Nice. We got some Valoon. What the hell is Valoon? And why is it in the... That is grain. What? I'm not going to waste time on that one. Yeah, I'm not sure why it is there. What is this? It's a meal. The meal slowly grinds away at a through of grain. Huh. There's some grain over there. There's probably grain over there as well. Not really. I could take it. Yeah, there's some flour. Take another one. Yeah, she's good at sneaking. She's really good at sneaking. You see that? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's been a while since we, well, maybe these guys are lower level. That's why she was so good. But anyway, let's go to the Drakagen. And also, I'm going to apologize in advance if I need to take a few breaks every now and again to take a sip of water, because my throat is kind of feeling a little bit upset. But I want to play! I want to play with you guys, so I'm not going to stop. Actually, I took a little bit of a, not a break, but yesterday I didn't record that many episodes, and the day before I didn't, because I wasn't feeling up to it, and I don't want to, you know, decrease whatever quality is in my videos, so I try to keep the recordings to a minimum if I can help it, in regards to when I'm feeling indisposed. But anyway, today I'm feeling very good. So, well, I'm feeling better in my throat, but everywhere else I'm feeling just awesome. I'm feeling just awesome. It's a new year. It's 100.
Surely even you can understand that.
We're decent folk, my lord. Perhaps you should leave and check the wilds.
I want to talk to this guy. It's been 101 episodes, so yeah. Awesome time to celebrate. The man wears a deer-style robe, simple but elegant. His fine leather shoes look like they were made for padding around indoors, yet they're caked with mud. He yanks at a lock of hair twined around his silk-gloved fingers. His fine features are etched with anxiety.
My child is out there. Do they not understand?
My lord, we're doing everything we can. Unfortunately, these villagers...
Beasts take them all. I don't care how you do it, but find her.
Yeah, your child is missing, I take it.
Yes, Lady Alice, my daughter. I've asked around, but nobody in this mud hole has any concerns beyond their swine. They turn my men away like beggars and seem downright pleased to be of no use. But you're not one of my soldiers. And you look like you're used to getting your hands dirty, if you don't mind my saying so.
If I find her, he continues, tell her I won't be upset with her. She can come back and all will be well. I just want to make sure my alias, my child, is safe. Nothing in the world is more important to me. Okay. So, this, as far as I can see, it's a bit weird, but let's yeah, I was gonna say, as far as I can see, this is the task that we were actually doing last episode, but, yeah, I'd like to ask a few more questions about your daughter.
Of course.
Yes, describe Lady Alice to me. She's a striking young woman, bears more resemblance to her mother than to me. She has auburn hair and delicate, well-bred features. She must be, 28 or 29 now? You don't know the age of your own daughter? Man. So tell me about her disappearance. We'd stopped in Deerfoot for a few days. On our 4th evening here, I was making plans to continue our journey. Lady Alice was feeling unwell and went to bed. When I retired a couple of hours later, I found that she had vanished. None of my men had seen her go, and no one at the inn knew where she was. Since then, my people have been combing the village, but we've yet to find a clue, and the locals have been no help. So why did you and Alice come to Deerfoot? It was merely a stop along the way to Aina's Rest. However, she took ill shortly before our arrival, so it seemed prudent to allow her a few days to recover. So, what's in Aina's Rest? Lady Alice has reached an age where it is prudent for her to marry. Given this legacy business, I can't let her fertile years slip by. Yeah, she's 28, so she kind of only has like 15 more, maybe? Nor do I want her womb to fester in the presence of so many Hollowborn. It seems there would be more potential suitors in New Helmar or New Yarma. You think I haven't considered that? Arranging a suitable match is difficult. The best prospects for my child lay in Aina's Rest. So, where's the rest of your family? Surely they wouldn't want to miss your daughter's betrothal. Lady Harrond is ill-suited for travel, I'm afraid, and unfortunately, Alice has few other close relatives. My sister and her husband, Alice's aunt and uncle, of course, have been visiting Aetir for these past few months. As for our siblings, Alice has none. My wife has only given birth to Hollowborn since Alice, that is. Well, I see. But going back to your daughter. Let's apparently I don't need to ask you anything else about that. I heard you arguing with the innkeeper.
A petty, small-minded man, just like the rest of them around here. I've been paying him an honest fee for board and bed, and yet he can't be bothered to stir himself to concern for my Alice.
Actually, he seemed angry at you.
People from these backwater villages take offense for sport. You have to but show up with a full coin purse, and they'll hear insults in the jingle of your step. They forget that Duke Hadret came from the privileged classes, as did all of the other earls and lords who financed the rebellion they're so proud of.
This is why I'm hoping you can help, he continues. He tugs at a lock of hair again. I should have never trusted these people around my child. So tell me about yourself, Lord Harrond.
I'm Lord Nestor Harrond of Defiance Bay. My family has been prominent there since Imperial times. Our primary estate is on the outskirts of Brackenbury, but we have holdings in New Heomar as well. Those went to my sister and her husband.
Okay, my lord. I will see you later. Goodbye. So there it is. We got the Blood Legacy, and we need to search Deerfoot for information about Alice's disappearance. So let's have a chat with everybody in here, and then we'll go back to where I suppose Alice is, which is down there. I think she might have kind of ran away, because this is an arranged marriage, but I'm not sure.
Good day, stranger.
Don't see many travelers these days. Something I can do for you. So what was your exchange with that nobleman about? Folk around here is decent. They mind their own business. Want to stick your nose in it? Go talk to him yourself. Tell me about Lord Harron's daughter. His lordship says she up and went missing the other day. I don't know any more than that. However, these lordling bastards handle their affairs and know my business. You look agitated. Something about this doesn't sit right with you, does it? I'm right, it don't. That lord saunters in here like he's cut from cleaner cloth than the rest of us, and yet... Look, I don't want no trouble from you or him or anybody else. I just want him. I'm just waiting for him to tire my ale and leave so things can get back to normal around here. Oh, benevolent 2 and honest 3? What is... I don't think I've seen this before. Well, that's things that I am. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's the first time I've seen this. That is really, really cool. Okay. Well, people know... Oh, this gives me so many good ideas. I want to play this game again. I want to play this game as a evil bastard. I want to see... This is probably just awesome. I don't know. Yeah, let's go with this one. People know me for my integrity, Dengler. I swear I'll set this situation to rights. Oh, that girl, Alice, she was looking to disappear. Should have seen her, watching the door like a sheep as slaughter. All the same, she didn't hardly speak to no one. Only folk I seen her talk to was Trigil. His shop's by the broken tower. Bit of a hothead, that one. My advice is to let the matter drop. Like I said, they don't profit to dig around in other people's business. Never mind then. I want to talk about something else. Yeah? Well, I have questions about Deerford. Ask. Have you seen an Orlan called Nifre? I take it you're a friend of hers? Twitchy lady, that one. Really? You're not? Okay. Tell me about the village. Walk from one bridge to the next and you've seen it. We're quiet, hand-working folk. We keep to ourselves and don't take to being pushed around, you say. Used to be a castle here, built by some family of Aediran Thanes back when the Empire first came. Only one tower still standing, and that's part of Triggle's shop now. See that bard by the fire? Could spit you the yarn if you're so inclined. So okay, I'll see Sid then. Who lives in Deerford? Not many anymore. Hard to keep people around when everyone's here's birthing all aboard. But you got a few who stick around and do business. Tyrgil's the ladder courier. Hedina crafts potions, and Winfried takes trades in general goods. Rumbald's a pig farmer, or was anyway. Really? What happened to Rumbald's pigs? Something happened, I guess. Damn ogre carried them off. Now he squeals more than the herd he ever did. That's rotten luck, I tell ya. Tell me about Tigrid. He's a courier. Treats ladder, make armor, and a few other goods with it. Problem is, the smell of tallow and deer shit tends to put people off their food, and his shop's right next door. Yeah, well, what about Aedina's story? Lady's a clever hand with potions and poultices. Got herself into trouble with a nest of worms, or so I hear. Her car's on the east end of the town. Yeah, I talked to her. I already have that quest. What about Winfried? Been around even longer than I have. Nice enough fellow, but never could find his way to end of a sentence. His shop's across the square. Okay, so you said you don't see many travelers around here? Course not. Why would they come here? We got bandits on the road and an ogre in the forest, as that yapping fool Rumbles will tell you. Worst yet, hasn't been a healthy child born here in over a year. Most kith that come here is just passing through. About that ogre. Oh, we don't hardly see them this close to town. Ogres and kith don't mix well. Ugly bastards, they're smart enough to know that much. You know, you want to know more? Talk to Rumbald. His farm's southwest of here. Oh. I think I've heard of the ogre, or haven't I don't know. So, let's see what rooms you have. Make sure you close your window if you're on the side side facing Triggle's shop. Okay, I'll do. So let's see. You got some might over there, some constitution, and some intellect. That's pretty cool. I guess I could spend some of my money because it's I got a bunch of that. So let's go with that. What's that called? Dragon's Lair. Let's rest there. Fancy sleeping for the night, huh? First time I did that. And I got something added. Lord Harrond has not seen... Oh, what happened there? Why did I... Oh, it's because I talked to Dangler. Dangler explained that Aelis had become acquainted with Triggle, the local courier. So maybe you can confront Lord Harrond about that.
Have you news of Alice? Alice.
Yeah, bye-bye. So we got a soul over here. You guys go ahead and read that. And we got villagers... We got Sid. Hi, Sid. Do you want to tell me the story of Deerford? I'm gonna give him a nice voice. I'm saving the game, by the way. There you go.
Keep you.
First time at Dracogen. Normally I'd have a song ready, but I don't quite worked out this tune yet. I'm writing some chants about the founding of this inn. Say, you interested in the story? I haven't finished the chants, but I can tell you about it all the same. Sure, let's have it. I was built in the time of Edred's rebellion. An Aediran lady, Thaunu, once had a keep here. One of the towers still stands, but the rest is said to be buried under the village. Anyway, she's stuck to the side of the Empire, and a contingent of Duke Hedred's Knights of the Crucible helped the farmers and colonists in the area turn her keep to rubble. This inn was the first building that sprang up from the ruins, built with some of the same bricks the colonists had pulled from the lady's Thanos castle, they say. Supposedly, the quarterstaff of her chief wizard even got lost in the construction, mortared into a wall or nailed under the floorboard. Anyway, the inn was supposed to be a haven of a meeting place while the locals built their new town. So, what do you mean supposed to be? The Woodens are an ordinary lot, and the more these new neighbors met, the more they argued. They realized they didn't agree on much besides ousting the old lord. The biggest divide was over the Glanfathans and their nearby ruins. Hadred's knights and their supporters wanted to keep the peace, but a group of misfits with more anarchic leanings that had formed in town wanted to go after the tribes the same way they'd gone after their lord. Soon, the villagers were fighting with each other as much as with the Aedirans. In the end, memories of the Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees were fresh enough that the Duke's soldiers won the day. Most of the other villagers came around eventually, but some of the core troublemakers left to join the front lines of the War of Defiance, and others, I've heard, found their way into the Guided Compass, the most forward-looking of the Glefathan's tribes. I don't know if I believe that part myself, but it makes a good story. There's a portrait of one of the chief rebel rousers and his rival in the peacekeeping faction. Someone's idea of a joke. I don't think they were particularly amused. So, I want to hear about this Broken Stone War. Oh, that was the first major conflict between the original Aedirn settlers and the Glefathans. Happened 3 years into colonization when some farmers knocked over an Adra manor that was part of an Ingwithian ruin. The war didn't last long, but it spread quickly and claimed thousands. In the early weeks, most of the colonists didn't even realize there was a war going on until the Glefathans raiders hit their village. There had been small, spontaneous skirmishes between the colonists and the local before then, but this was organized. It was the start of decades of violence between the colonists and the Glefathans. As you can see, Deerford's full of history, even in little villages like this. And what about the War of the Black Trees? It started back in the colonial days, almost 30 years after the Broken Stone War. Even though isolated conflicts still broke out between the settlers and the Glefathans, both sides had officially agreed to peace. Edrang Hedred, Admet's father, was Gref at the time. Is that like chief? I suppose. As part of the peace negotiations, he signed treaties prohibiting Aedirn colonists from looting Ingwithian ruins. However, he'd been unable to outlaw the use of captured Glefathans as slaves. What's a Gref? A Gref is the governor of the colony, and is subservient to the Aedirn emperor. The early leaders of the Aedir colony in Deerwood, including Edrang and Admeth Adret, were Grefs. At the start of the War of Defiance, Admeth Adret declared himself Duke of an independent Deerwood rather than Gref of the Emperor's colony. It was the same term used for leaders of the newly independent Valian republics. Anyway, we haven't had a Gref since. I see. Indeed, the taking of Glefathan's slaves had continued to be a source of conflict. It came to a head when Imperial agents, aided by certain earls in the Deerwood, began looting the ruins again. See, the Empire never actually agreed to Edred's treaties on the matter, and the recent secession of the Valian republics likely left them eager to weaken Hadred's position. The looting sparked a brutal slave uprising in the guerrilla campaign among the Glefathans. Edrang Hadred was too old to lead the forces into battle, and so he sent his son, Admeth. Admeth made the costly but effective decision that ended the war faster than anyone could have imagined. He burned the forest near the Ien River, so to keep the Glefathan war bands from retreating. Thousands of Glefathan died, and as Admeth repeated his scorched earth tactics in the following months, he wore down the remainder of their forces. To this day, over 150 years later, there are still sections of the Deerwood where the trees are nothing but bare, charred trunks. Yeah, well, I think we've seen that. Don't really, can I look at the map? Black Meadow, I think it was, that we've seen a place like that where everything is kind of burned. Yeah. Oh, just now I'm realizing that all the icons are the same for these. Oh, that's interesting. Thought they were different. Actually, I like that they are the same, because it gives them, I don't know, it makes exploration a little bit cooler, I think. But anyway, let's look around. So that's Sid. Sid is very talkative. He knows a lot of stuff. Pace, hi. What are you doing in the kitchen? Nanglers will get you sorted out in food and drink. Okay, so can I sort myself out? No, apparently I cannot, unless can get away from your sight. No, I can't. Okay, it's fine. Let's see what is in here. Heavy sweet perfumes emanate from the barrels. The stave joints are stained dark brown and dull purple. Okay, that's wine, I guess. Should have just said wine. Yeah, I like the descriptions though. Find it interesting. Find it immersing in the game world. This table has been scarred and stained from the decades of use. The portrait depicts a man and a woman dressed in Aedir garb that would have been in style a century ago. The heavy frame has been battered, and the blade that once bore the patron's name has been scratched out. They share a passionate embracing, which seems at odds with their disgust on their face. Oh, yeah, this is the picture that I was talking about. I don't remember exactly who they were, but I already forgot. But yeah. The sculpted head looks as old as the inn. Its leathery skin is cracked and bleached from years of exposure. Sculpted. Oh boy, they kind of stink. At least that's what I told myself. What I told you guys when we were killing them. It's been a while since we saw some of them. So let's see the soul. Huh. That was an interesting one, I think. I didn't read it, but I just gave it a cursory glance. And yeah, I do that when sometimes I do that, not all the time. When I'm recording and I just see a soul, I look at them cursorily. But it's actually a skill. I don't have it anymore. Spending the peaks of forested ravine somewhere in the living lands. I wanted to see that picture. This painting portrays the expansive foothills below the mountains of White March. Yeah, we've been there. We got some souls over here. We got a treasure as well. Nice. Let me save the game. But yeah, it's actually a skill. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful skill. Speed reading. Oh, this is the staff Sid was talking about. It was lost in here, but I found it. I got into the room and there it is. Nobody has seen it for 150 years or however long this inn has been standing. But there it is. It's not you. We're going to have that one. It's you. Let's see. So you have... No, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Okay, so let's compare. So, it is basically the same, except... yeah, it's crappy. It's really crappy, but it's fine. I saw that one. Let's look at the souls. But yeah, speed reading. The theory is that when you read a text slowly, you're only going to be able to retain a certain percentage of the information. So the glass of this window is broken and warped, knotted plants have been nailed over it. So for example, if you read a book, a whole book, and it takes you like, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours, depends on the size of the book, of course. Or 50 hours if it's a massive book, I don't know, however many hours it takes you to read a book. Let me just close this door. So imagine you read a book and you retain, let's be optimistic, and about a 3-hour book, and you retain 90% of the info. Who opened the door? Who the hell opened the door? Close the door. And you. I think it was the little guy.
Not sure how I feel about this.
So you retain 90% of the information. You are getting, let's suppose that the book has 200 pages. And you are getting, so 90% of that, that's 180 pages worth of information, right? And you're taking 3 hours or 2 hours, let's say 2 hours. Oh, okay, let's stop that tangent right there. The Orlan hovers by the window, peering out. Oh, it's the Orlan, Nifre. Oh, okay. As you enter the room, she watches you carefully, her hand hovering over a stiletto. She cranes her head to peer behind you. Anyone follow you? Who sent you? Well, someone told me you were responsible for heinous killings in Defiance Bay. Let me guess. Was that someone named Madreth? You're a big shot with the Crucible Knights. If I had gone on some kind of rampage, don't you think you'd have heard about it? Yeah, I was kind of... That's right. I'd never heard of you. I got on the wrong side of his employers, and now he's after me. But if you're here to do his dirty work, I won't make it easy for you. Relax, I just want to hear your side of the story. What story? The Domenels came after me. I just happened to rob the wrong place. How was I supposed to know that they'd already claimed it? That was an honest mistake. I'm just trying to survive now. And if you spoke with Madreth, you know where he's waiting. Please, help me get out of here. Okay, so... Yeah, that's right. She's got the Domenels on her back, so I'm gonna help her. Him? It's a girl, right? I suppose. Go east. Madreth's waiting you just west of the river. Alright, I'm trusting you. Not that much choice. See if you can send him the other way. That should buy me some time. She follows the hooded figures towards the stairs, giving you a final uncertain glance as she passes through the door. Cat and Mouse. That's an appropriate title for the quest. And yeah, I need to direct Madreth away from Nifre. Let's do that, but not right now. So basically, my math is... I got some book over here. Ooh. This is about the history of the village. Pretty cool. And I'm just skimming over this, taking a look. And the thing is, basically what it is you take 2 hours to get 180 pages worth of information, right? Now, imagine this. What if you read that book? This is actually doable. You can read a book of 200 pages, for example, in 10 minutes. It's doable. But you're not going to retain all the information. You're actually going to retain wrong information, which is a thing that happens even if you read a book, you know, slowly and carefully. You will misremember stuff. But it's all a matter of how much of that stuff it matters to you and how much of the stuff you want to know. So if you read that book in 10 minutes, you're going to have to you're going to have to train your eye to... It's basically a training. You learn to train your eye to gather meaning from words that you just see. And it's very cool. And once you learn how to do it, it's very, very cool. But you're gonna retain, like, I don't know, if you read a 200 pages book in 10 minutes, you're gonna retain, like, I don't know, 20% of the information of what really matters. And yeah, that's probably around it. It's probably what I think I would retain. 10 minutes for 200 pages, kind of a lot, but so let's talk with his Medrith. It's kind of a lot, but it's enough. It could be enough, depending on what you're reading. It could be enough. So it's like you're getting way more information way faster, because that's 20% of 200. That's 40 pages in 10 minutes, so that's way faster than 180 pages in 2 hours, as you can imagine. So you can read more books and learn more in less time. That's fantastic. Speed reading is really, really something awesome. But it depends, of course. If you're studying for an exam, you don't want 20% on your score. You want 90. Yeah. So, Medrith.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, well, she snuck out the back of the inn and went north. Oh, did she now? And how would you have known that? I was just hoping you'd believe me. Don't worry, I'll catch up to her right after I take care of you. Oh, really? You're gonna be like that? Oh, totally fine. Totally okay. You're way lower level than I am. You're just dead right now. Right now, you're dead. Dumbass. Oh, no. No, yeah, it is. Okay, good. And, is there a pig around? I mean, there's plenty of meat and bacon flying all over. But yeah, back to that speed reading. If you're interested in that, I really recommend that you search the internet for stuff on that one, because it's really, really good. It's really, really powerful. If you're trying to, you can do it on libraries. It's pretty cool. If you don't mind spoilers. I mean, even if you're a fan of non-fictional writing, that's a good thing. You can learn, you can read like a couple of chapters here in the library and just take 10 minutes this book, 10 minutes that book, and spend like an afternoon reading on the library, and you're gonna learn a lot, believe me. And it doesn't really take that much training. It's something that you need to just get into your mind what it actually is, speed reading what it actually is, and then after that, you just start doing it, and you're gonna get faster and faster. You're gonna get better and better at it, but you're gonna see improvements in just like the first few tries. It's really, really powerful. And to know what it's talking about, you can just, and a wall page goes like that, and you can know what it is. You can just take meaning from the words that you look at. Yeah, but I kind of, as I said, I think I said that, but yeah, it's I kind of lost that skill a little bit, because it does require a little bit of training and practice. That's all that it is. But I think that's gonna be it for this episode. We have done all that we must do. We have found out what we are actually doing down here, and we don't know what is up with a girl, because she apparently was in an arranged marriage at the age of 28 or 29. His father apparently doesn't know her all that well, and she doesn't have really a family. So, but these guys are kind of crazy. They are the silent, I think the quiet. Let me look. The quiet thief or whatever. It's the god. It might not be. It's a god. Abidon, no, let's see if I can find a god. Maiden, Ondra, Rimgard, no, it's not him. Skaen, that's right, Skaen is god. The god of defiance, violent rebellion, secret hatred, covert plots, resentment, and envy. So basically he's a lawful evil god. So, yeah, they kind of, I don't know. I didn't know if they were the good guys or the bad guys, but I think I kind of do now. We have a lot to explore yet, so I'm going to make my way back to where we were at the end of last episode. And if you'll join me for the next one, that's 102. That's the 102nd episode, I guess. That's how it's said. But if you'll join me for the next one, I'll join you as well. For now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity, The White March. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!